Hey guys, this is Dalton Jones, Rehabs the Riches, and I want to congratulate you on getting registered for the event that's coming up for our Rehabs the Riches boot camp that we're going to be doing here in Southern California. This is a quick lesson video that we're going to kind of share some information. Hopefully you can see some value in it, but the things that we're going to go over at the course is going to be very impactful. Part of it's going to be talking about marketing, how to put deals together, how to find the right deals, how do you buy houses with none of your money, none of your credit, and I can show you how to do all those things. I tell you, I've gone through this process over the years and learned so much from people who have gone before me, and I just wanted to be able to bring some more value to you of what we're doing here in Southern California and why you can make $1 million in this business rehabbing houses. And that's not something I take lightly. Now I can even teach you how to make a couple $100,000 part-time. If you're a school teacher, police officer, firefighter, truck driver, I could teach you how this course would teach you how to become automated in your business, so that your business is on autopilot while you're at work doing what you do normally, that you can have a system in place to show you how you can rehab houses and make 100 grand, 200,000, 300,000, $500,000 a year part-time, folks, if you follow the system. And the system is what we have. And I always talk about it's okay to copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And I've copied a lot of great people before me that taught me the way and showed me a business that we have, a 7-figure business or more. And you can do the same thing too. And soon, if you chose to, you could fire your boss. Great. Let's get you to that point if you chose to do that, so that way you'll be having your family in a much better position. So why should you attend this course? Well, you're going to learn so many different things on marketing, how to put together deals, and then how to be able to hire, manage, and control contractors so you can keep yourself safe from being able to get ripped off and not having your project completed. I've seen so many different people that have come before me or come up in the ranks when I was coming up, and they've lost everything, lost their houses, they lost their marriages, they lost their children because they made boneheaded mistakes. And in this course, we're going to show you where all the landmines are, so you can avoid the pitfalls that others take when they don't pay attention to the signs of what to look out for. The old philosophy I always talk about is staying ahead of work and behind on payments. And in this system, you can copycat people. So it's okay to copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And don't make it emotional. It's all about business out there. And so one of the first things I want to teach you out there is how do you get a seller, because you think, well, how do you buy any houses? How do you have all these houses? Where do you get the money? I don't have any money to do this. Well, great. The best time is when you don't have any money. You can figure out how to structure deals if you can get people, one, to like you and trust you, and you can look for the deal for what it is. Is it a deal? Is it a real deal that you can do and make money from? Or is it some kind of thing that you're trying to force a deal to happen when it should not be happening? And so we'll teach you how to do that as well. So, because what we've been doing is, and we initially started off, we were out there getting private money and using bridge money to try to put deals together to make them happen. We make some money on our rehabs, that'd be great. But the real money is in if you can get the seller to understand we buy on terms. If we can buy on some great sweetheart terms, then we can be able to put a contract together. When I say terms, meaning the owner would be financing it for you. So in my case, what I do is I teach you how to target the type of sellers that will give you the deed or taking over the debt subject to. Why do I target those type of people? Because they're not emotional. They're not emotional to the property. So we'll teach you why our strategy works over others, because others are out there saying, you got to get this money, you got to get private money, you got to get hard money, and you don't have to do that. Not for acquisition purposes. You could do other type of deals and strategies to get acquisitions and getting the house. Others, then you can use private money to bring to the table when you're doing your rehab. So we'll teach you that strategy. And then we'll teach you how to put together a winning team. A winning team around you allows you to become automated. Being automated frees up your time so that you can do things with your family, because you are putting other people to do things that you don't want to do or you should not be doing. or one of my great mentors, Robin Thompson, talked about was don't get hung up on the MWAs. You say MWAs, minimum wage activities, because minimum wage activities will get you bogged down. If you can't afford like an assistant, then you are the assistant. If you can't afford a VA, then you are the VA. Being a virtual assistant. So you want to do things that allow other people to work and help you further your goal. So we're going to be talking about how to put that winning team together. That winning team could be a local assistant, could be a VA, could be a real estate agent, could be a title company, could be a contractor, could be a handyman, could be a bird dog. All these people are in your system. You're building a relationship because, see, most people think they're in the real estate business, but really you're in the people business. The people business is more about relationships. You're building a relationship with people that's going to help you further your goal. Because how I look at it is when we're out there and we decide to buy a house, rather it's owner finance, taking over debt subject to, or we're doing cash. When we take that responsibility and take that risk on of buying that house and starting to rehab it, we think about all the people who are involved in that transaction, from start of the marketing, when we acquire the property, to when we hire the contractors, to when we sell the property, and then we make our profit through escrow when we close the deal. There's so many people involved in that transaction, it'll make your head swim. But you realize that when there are people involved in helping you further your goal, and that is to get a big fat $100,000 check or more when you're rehabbing houses, there's so many families being helped. And that means other communities are being helped, which means that you're making the economy go around. So you're doing your part by taking that risk on to make that $100,000 profit. But then look at all the people who are involved in the transaction until you make that $100,000. There's so many people that you're paying out when you're doing your rehabbing, money that's involved in the transaction, when you acquire the property, money involved when you go sell the properties. There's so many people involved helping you get to your goal. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about. And that's another thing, talking about goals. You want to have clear-cut, specific goals, because people need to buy into your vision. Without a vision, the people are going to what? Perish. So we want to make sure that you have a vision of what you want in your business and why you're doing this, because the how-tos will come. But the most important thing is the why. Having your head straight on. And being able to copy and follow people who are doing well before you. If you can't think you can do it by yourself, then team up with somebody you can trust and do things with. In most cases, partnerships don't work, but sometimes when you can do something because you're trying to learn, you have to give up something to get something. So sometimes you have to cut your teeth on somebody who already knows, who has experience already to be able to do a rehab, and they've already had success. You know, we're going to talk about those things too in our course on how you can joint venture with us and be able to make big money, joint venture with us on people who know how to do this business and have a success rate of making, you know, we had our highest point, we made $840,000 on one property, and that was a profit that we did on one deal. So we show people how we make that kind of money. We also show on every deal that we do today, we make over $100,000. So how would you like to make $100,000 on your first deal and doing it part-time? And we're going to show you how to do that. So what I want you to do is get registered below, because when we hit the webinar, you're going to get more detail as to some of the things we do. We're going to go through my projects that we personally are involved in, that we're currently doing, the ones that we've done, and you're going to see how those things worked out for us, because not everyone can do what we do, but they could if they wanted to. So if you do what I do, you will have what we have. And a lot of stuff, I have mentors that I still work with that teach me and coach me and train me to take me to my next level. In our business, we want to have a $10 million a year business, and that's what we're working towards right now. So with that being said, get registered below, and we're going to see you at the webinar.